Hello, YouTube family. Welcome back to No More RIP, No More Residing in Poverty. And my name is Ray Williams. And I'm back again with more educational videos for all of those who want to increase their financial literacy and learn how to build personal wealth. First of all, remember, give me the thumbs up, hit the like button. Let your friends and family know about the videos, because these are educational videos designed to help people increase their financial knowledge. This video, I will be talking about how to build wealth from scratch. And what I mean by that is that if you're one of those people, you basically have nothing. You don't have any 401ks, no stocks, no gold, silver, etc. I mean, you are zip broke. But you want to learn how to build wealth. First of all, building wealth is a process. It's not a quick fix. It takes a plan. Sometimes some people will get there quicker than others. Depends on your current financial situation. Depends on your motivation. So stay with me. If you're one of those people who have nothing and you have a desire to increase your financial knowledge and to start building personal wealth. If you have any questions or comments, you can send them to ray@yenomemmet.com. Also, visit the website www.yenomemmetinc.com. There you will find resourceful information and a lot of good materials that can help you build wealth, and it costs you absolutely nothing. Okay, first of all, in this video, I will basically discuss about 4 to 5 steps. And remember, if you apply these steps consistently, stick with a plan, it will work. You may not get rich, but you will be a lot better off financially anywhere between, again, depends on your situation, between 1 to 3 years. Some people, it may take less. If you make $200,000 per year, opposed to a person who make $30,000 per year net. So there are different levels. There are different ways and different levels to build wealth. But in this video, I will be talking about your basics. So let's start with number 1. Start off by first knowing your current financial position. And what you want to know is 3 things: your debt ratio, your credit score, and your net worth. That will give you a financial shot of your current position. So, for example, let's take a situation where a person is in, for say, a bad situation. Credit score is under 500, debt ratio 80%, net worth minus $10,000. So you start there. You know what you have to work with. You have to work with building your credit. You have to work with decreasing your debt. And you have to work on building your assets. So those are the first 3 most important things. Now do that again. Do an assessment of your credit, your debts, and your cash flow. Set your financial goals quarterly, semi-annually, and annually. So once you set your goals, check those goals quarterly, semi-annually, and annually. That's number 3. Number 4, determine where you want to be and when. Do you want to have a 650 credit score in 1 year? $50,000 net worth? $100,000 net worth in 1 year? And your debt ratio. Do you want to have a 30% debt ratio, 20%, 50%. But you have to set your goals in each of those categories: credit, debt, and net worth. That's number 4. And also a take on number 4 would be, you want to decrease your debts naturally. That's a good starting place. Again, increase your credit scores and start accumulating some type of assets. Now, asset accumulation can come in various categories. If you have an employer that have a 401k, you can start contributing to the 401k. Or if you find a stock plan where you can buy 1 share of stock at a time or more and start increasing your shares of stock. Or you save up some money and you position yourself to buy a home with equity in the home. Don't buy a home with zero equity. And I will explain that later on in another video. But accumulate assets. Savings account, that's an asset. Put whatever you can aside for 6 months to a year. But again, asset accumulation. And when you start taking these steps and you start monitoring what you're doing, you will see the difference. Especially when you start decreasing debt. You will see that you have less stress when you reduce debt. Okay, let's say we want to also, you can look for ways to increase your cash flow. There are various ways to do that. And I'll give an example, like if you have a car payment, assuming the car is, say, 6 years or less in age, and assuming you are not upside down, you could go in and refinance that car, refinance the balance. That will potentially lower your payments, which in essence frees up additional cash. Check your insurance premiums on your vehicle. What is your deductible? The higher deductible you have, the lower your monthly payment. Example would be if you take a $1,000 deductible opposed to a $500 deductible. You may free up an extra $50 per month for saving. Negotiate with your creditors. If you have a payment on your car, say $400 per month, put together a financial statement, go to your bank, credit union, whoever have the car financed, ask them to re-amortize your schedule. Or basically, same thing, or refinance. Again, depends on where you are with the car. But they can also re-amortize, which means they can redo this payment schedule and reduce the payments. And generally what you want to do is let them know you have a hardship. So if you have a hardship where your income decreased because you got your job, you lost your job, or you have a lower paying job, you broke up with your significant other, whatever the case, medical bills, go to the lender and let them know you have a hardship and you need to temporarily reduce your payments. Very good thing to do to free up money. Start a part-time business. A lot of people, start part-time businesses or get a part-time job. Anything to increase your cash flow. And what I always say, the key to this whole building wealth thing is discipline. Be sure to discipline yourself not to spend, especially on impulse. A lot of people don't have the motivation to save money. They don't have the motivation to walk away from a purchase. It's an impulse purchase. If you go to the mall to buy a candle and you walk out with $300 worth of clothes, that's an impulse buy. You go to a car lot to look at cars or to get your car serviced, and you leave out the dealership with the car, which I have had clients to do exactly that. Go into a dealership, one client in particular, to get an oil change. Had a car that was only less than 3 years old, still owed on the car, and And what happened? While the client was there, they purchased a vehicle. And there was no plan to purchase a vehicle that day. She went in to get an oil change. So discipline. Learn how to say no to purchases. So remember, here's what I like for you to do. Set your goals. Let's say assuming your credit scores are under 600. Set your goal to get your credit scores up to at least a 650 in 6 months to 1 year. Now, that will depend on a lot of things on each individual situation. And the reason is some people have less delinquent credit than others. You know, if you have 3 delinquent accounts that you owe a total of $5,000, it's easier to increase your credit scores in a short period, opposed to the person who have a 500 credit score and $50,000 in delinquent debt. So, and I'll talk about that in another video, but set your goals on where you want to be and how you plan to get there. And I will go into credit, which you go back, and I do have a video out there on how to, strategies rather, on how you can increase your credit scores. Another thing you want to work on, your debt ratio. Your debt ratio should be less than 45%. I recommend, if possible, to have your debt ratio at 30%, 30 to 35%. And also financial literacy. That's where you will get your most knowledge for your buck. When you become financially literate, that's when you will see how easy it is to build wealth. Get you a financial coach or / mentor. But do something to reposition yourself in order to build wealth. Please hit the subscribe button. Give me the thumbs up. Pass the video on to your friends and family. Visit the website, www.YenoneEmmettInc.com. Any questions or comments, email me, ray@YenoneEmmet.com. And I will respond to all emails. Also, you can request a free online consultation at the same email. So, thank you for watching the video. Increase your financial knowledge, because financial literacy is power. Thank you for watching the video.